Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I pack my makeup when I travel. I've seen many of these videos on YouTube and I was always interested in seeing what other people did to pack their makeup when they were traveling because we have so much makeup, from eye makeup to lips, even picking out lip colors, what to do with lashes, how to store them, and all the little supplies that come with the maintenance of this right here. I was always curious, so I've watched a lot of videos and I've concocted my own way that I travel and how I store my makeup. And I'm just gonna show you guys. This is a bag that I've purchased from Sephora. I have been hunting for a travel bag that has a lot of little compartments in it because I don't want to just throw all my makeup. I want to have sections that I can store certain things based on their shape or based on if it's eyes or lips or cheeks. I was watching a video and I believe Kathleen Lights has this bag as well. I purchased it at Sephora. I'll link everything below because I'm gonna start saying prices, but they're not gonna be the exact price and I don't want to mislead you guys. I'm not gonna say this bag was cheap. To me, I thought it was a pretty expensive bag, but it was worth it because I was searching for a long time. I've been to multiple places. I went to Marshall's, I went to Ulta, I even looked online, and a lot of it was either, my choices were, I either had kind of like those metal boxes that you pull out and there's all these compartments and stuff, and I didn't want that. I didn't want a hard case. And then the other choices I would have is just like like a small bag, and in order for me to fit all my makeup in there, I would have to buy like 3 or 4 bags, and I didn't want to do that. So when Kathleen Lights was talking about this specific bag, I hesitated for a while before buying it, but I do believe that it was for me a really good find and it works perfectly. I've traveled once with this bag before. A lot of my friends live in South Florida and I moved to North or Central Florida, so I do have a lot of weekend trips and stuff coming down to visit them, and I've used this bag once before and I have to say I was really impressed by the way that it fit everything. So I'm really excited to use this bag again. I do have another trip planned for this weekend, so I'm going down there again, and since I was packing my bag, I figured I could just quickly do a video on it as well. Okay, so I was trying to think of how I was gonna do this. Was I gonna do this by telling you guys the order that I do my makeup and then where they would be stored in this bag? But I figured that would be confusing because I would be jumping around in different sections. So instead, I'm just gonna start from top to bottom and tell you guys everything. And I did a recheck of the products that I've used, and this is a complete list of things and options that I use for when I'm putting makeup on. So I guess we can start from the top. So as you guys can see, this is it right here. It doesn't look that bad, right? Everything looks pretty organized. What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna go on vacation and everything's gonna be everywhere on the floor. This up here is normally where I store all my brushes, and we can have a discussion on that later because there are really specific brushes that I travel with based on their functionality. And then down here I have lip products, and then I kind of went into face products, and then I kind of went into eyes. All the eye stuff is right here, and in the middle there's a little compartment, and these are kind of like the place that I store things that are long and skinny, like eye pencils and stuff like that. I was gonna say, okay, so up here you guys see there's a space for 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only space for 8 brushes here, so what I did was I did 4 face brushes and 4 eye brushes or eyeshadow brushes. I always call them eye brushes, but I know that it's eyeshadow brushes. And then in here, there's also little pockets that you can use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe there's 6 pockets for a place for your lip products, and then, or I mean, you can use whatever, but with the height of them, it kind of fits as a place for your lip products. And then here, there's another little compartment, a big compartment, and in the middle, there's like a little mesh insert, and it has a thing that you can close it with. So I like to use this to store like eye pencils and stuff, as I said. There's also another big compartment, and in here, there's also another mesh insert as well, this little hole right here. And I like to put like these little pots and stuff in this section. So we can just start from the top. For the top area, I like to have these 4 brushes. These are the face brushes that I'm packing with me, and it's convenient because these, I'm gonna have a hard time. There you go. These fit in this area right here, and I feel like I'm on Snapchat because I only have 2 hands and I can't talk about these brushes and put them in their compartment at the same time. But these are the 4 brushes that I bring with me when I am traveling. The first brush that I want to talk about is this Morphe E25 brush. This is such a unique brush. I know Morphe does make a lot of these double-sided brushes, but I wanted to pack, when you're traveling, you want to pack brushes that are versatile and are multifunctional. So the Morphe E25 is a brush that's really good for foundation. I've already packed a sponge for applying foundation, but I wanted to pack another brush that, just in case I needed to buff out my foundation a little bit, I can use this brush to blend the first layer that goes on my skin, just in case there's any blemishes. This side is also really good for the under eye area. It's really, really good for concealer. And then on the other side of this brush is this, it's kind of like a pencil brush, and what I use this for, you can use this for inner eye corner. There's so many applications to this. I do use this like towards my inner corner, just in case I need to get any detailing. You can get it under the brow bone, on top of the brow bone. You can use this brush to clean up any lipstick stains that you need to clear. And this will also be a really good brush to pick up highlighter and start cutting right here for when you're doing highlighting and contouring. So that's really good. The second brush I'm going to talk about that I like to travel with is the Morphe E8 brush. This brush is kind of like a fan brush, but it is a smaller fan brush. And the reason why I like this, and the reason what makes this brush so versatile, is that I use this to buff out the contour when I'm contouring. But since it's this size, I can use this brush to do my nose highlight. I can also use this brush to do a regular highlight. This is just like a general detailing on your face brush. It works effortlessly with application of both liquid and powder. So that's why I like this brush. Next is this e.l.f. contouring brush. I like to use this brush for powder products because of the fibers on here. They're really soft and they wouldn't really work well with cream products. I use this brush because it's like a bigger fan. So if I just wanted to do overall powder of my face, like to set my foundation or anything, I can use this brush. But this brush is also good if I just wanted to do a little bit of powder contouring as well. And it's also really good just to put bronzer on my face and just to warm up the look. The fourth and last face brush is the Luxie 504 large angled brush. I use this brush primarily for blush, but when I'm traveling, I have, I bought the color switch thing. So what happens with this is, like, once I'm done using blush, I can just like wipe the blush away, and then I pick up highlight, and I can use this brush as highlight as well up here because of the way that the shape, it's good for highlighting. I also can highlight with this brush, like I said before. So I like that I have brushes that are versatile, and highlighting is the most important thing to me, especially, I mean, I don't really highlight that much anymore, but especially when I'm going out, I definitely want that highlighted look, and this brush is really good for highlighting with cream highlighters, and this brush is really good for setting the cream highlighter with a powder highlighter. So these two brushes are key. These are the 4 brushes that I like to travel with for my face. Next on our list are eye brushes right here, so I'm just gonna take these out. Although I said there's only a slot for 4 eye brushes, that I actually fit one in because this brush is so skinny, it doesn't really fit anywhere else. The first brush I have is the Morphe M504. This is the brush that I put a base down on my eyelids, and then I just take a color and I just set a base with like a really light transition color, not even a transition color, just like a really light cream color. This is the brush I feel I use this, and I don't know why, this is the favoriteest part of putting on makeup for me. I normally use MAC Soft Ochre to prime my eyelids, and then when the MAC Soft Ochre kind of dissolves on my eyelids, I set it with using this brush and a light color, and I just feel like I am preparing a clean canvas. Then with this brush, I also pick up a darker color, like let's say like this color Hollywood from the Anastasia Make Master Palette by Mario, and I start doing my transition right here like this. This brush feels like a dream. It is so soft and it doesn't poke my eyes, and I really like this. After that brush, I like to focus in on my crease a little bit, so I'll pick up like a darker color like Violetta over here, or even NYC, or Muse, or even Lula. I love Lula and Isabel for transition shades. So what I do is I just focus in on this crease and the corner of my eyes over here, and I just kind of do a back and forth windshield wiper motion with this brush. Then I have a brush. This is by the way, this is the Morphe E23 brush. This was from their Elite collection. I think they definitely discontinued this, but now they have the Elite 2 collection, which is apparently better. Then I have a pencil brush. Pencil brushes are really good for traveling, because I normally like to use a pencil brush for in my lid area right here. So if I'm packing on, you know, whatever color, a dark color, this brush is really good for packing on color inside the lid, and also for if you want to darken your crease a little bit, you can use this to darken the crease. And then I have the Lamora Angled Detailer brush here. This is just what I use for my eyebrows. I only need one brush. And then this last one, this is my ride or die. This is the Morphe M217 brush. This is an angled eyeliner brush that I use to pick up. I use this to pick up the Inglot eyeliner gel in 77. This is also another ride or die. It is the blackest, most stay put, I don't know if there's a better word for it, most stay put eyeliner that I've used, and I've never found anything like this. The formula is super soft, and because I like to do a wing on the inner corners of my eye as well as the outer corner of my eyes, this is the only brush that gives me that exact precision that I need. So what I do when I'm doing that angled eyeliner inside the inner corner of my eye, what I do is I take my hand and I kind of stretch my eye, looks kind of crazy, and then I go in and I just draw a line right here. And this brush, it's like the tip kind of ends in like a point, so there's like, the brush starts right here, but then even as it gets up here, the tip gets sharper and sharper, and it gives me the most perfect flick ever on the outer corners of my eye and the inner corners of my eye. So definitely, this brush, I got it for like $1 or something, so definitely pick this up if you're looking for a brush for the eyeliner. I also forgot to mention the e.l.f. contour brush right here. This has like a little point to us as well. It's a pencil brush, but you can see it has a little angle to it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? See that angle? So I can use a pencil brush to smoke out my bottom lashes right here like this. This is really good for smoking it out as well. Alrighty, we just finished only the top part. Now we're moving on. I'm gonna go here first. I normally travel with a red, a mauve, a brownish nude, a regular nude, and since these are liquid lipsticks, I want to have a color pop, just like a regular lipstick, just in case I don't want dry lips. Although this formula is not that drying. Where is it? Where is it? I wanted to show you guys the slot that I'm using for the, let me just take this out so you can see it better. The slot that I'm using for the color pop color, since it is a little skinnier, I also put a pair of scissors in there just in case I need to cut any lashes, or if I have tags that I want to cut, I put a pair of scissors in there. I also put a pair of tweezers that I have. And in the last slot right here, I have the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. Next thing is I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in shade 310. I love this foundation. I don't really wear a lot of foundation now. I don't know why. I feel like maybe because freckles are in, and I just like running out the door. Unless I'm going somewhere fancy is where I will wear foundation, and I'm not bringing a foundation that has SPF because I'm already wearing sunscreen during the day. I love this foundation because it's very lightweight and it goes on so soft and so smooth. This foundation is the best foundation of all drugstore. It's my personal favorite. And I prefer this foundation over some of the high-end foundation pretty much as well, based on its price and also that, you know, it's just flawless, it's buildable. I haven't had any photography flashback from this foundation, so I just love it. I keep repurchasing this over and over again. So Maybelline, you did something right. Next up is this e.l.f. palette. This I use for setting my liquid contouring and highlighting. It has colors for contouring, setting your contour, and also colors to set your highlight as well. I love using this. It is inexpensive. It comes with a mirror, and the mirror is really, really good quality mirror as well. And the packaging is so sturdy. I've packed this so many times, it doesn't break. It comes in like this hard, it's like a plastic case, and it snaps shut, so you're not worried about it falling everywhere. And then also what's really cool is that these individually pop out. I'm gonna try and do it, but it's stuck in there pretty tight. I know it also comes in another palette that has darker shades, so if you like certain shades that are better fit for your skin, you can just pop these out and put the ones that you like to use in. I also have this butter bronzer over here that was in this compartment as well. I love this bronzer. Everyone raves about this bronzer. It smells amazing. It has this coconutty smell. I have this in light bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I bought this when I didn't realize they had the medium bronzer as well, the darker color to this, because this kind of matches my skin. But this does give me an amazing glow. Amazing, amazing glow. And what I like to use this as also is that sometimes when I put down my contouring line and it's too heavy, I've been too heavy-handed, or I'm using a cream and I'm too heavy-handed, I use this bronzer over that just to kind of like smooth things out. If something is also patchy and it's not blending correctly, I also use this and it just gives the most like smoothing effect. It has shimmer in it, but it doesn't come off shimmery, so I don't know how they did that. That was pretty cool. I love this bronzer. I will repurchase it, and it's pretty sturdy, so I travel with it. Next is the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm not gonna even talk about this because everyone knows what this is. This is just for baking, and I cannot leave the house without this. I literally bought this last year, and I have barely, I mean, I use it a lot, but it goes a long way, people. And this is like $10, and it's pretty sturdy. It has a cap. I can see how this can go kind of crazy if you have it popped off, but I honestly cannot go anywhere without this, so I bring it with me. More face products. This is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I love this bronzer. This is just a perfect universal bronzer. It is not too warm. It is a little bit of a cool tone bronzer, as you can see, and I honestly, you can't go wrong with this. And next is the highlighter. I am so surprised I only packed one highlighter for my travels. This is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Pinktastic. I'm just gonna do a little swipe so you guys can see. It is a beautiful champagne-y color. You see that? And it goes on the skin. It's just like, it just gives you the most beautiful glow, and it's crazy because this is like $3, and I like it because it's small, so I can just take it with me, and I want like a big compact. And for someone who loves highlighting, I actually don't bring that much highlighter when I travel. Oh my god, we haven't even gone halfway through this bag. In this middle compartment right here, I'm just gonna take everything out and show you guys. This is one of my favorite gel pencil liners ever. This is the NYX Gel Pencil Liner in Pitch Black. NYX Très Jolie NYX Très Jolie Gel Liner Pencil. I give up. And I thought it was kind of expensive when I first purchased it. I did my research, and a lot of people recommended this, and I can see why. And no one ever told me when I was watching all these videos why this was it. Okay, what is awesome about this is, one, you don't need a pencil sharpener because it has its own retractable thingamajigger. And second, I don't know what it is about this formula. It's almost like rubber. I know that sounds weird, but when it goes on your eye, it is like hydrophobic or something. It just latches onto your eye and it doesn't move. It just doesn't move. It's like as if you were putting some type of glue or rubber on your eye, and it doesn't damage your eyes or anything, and it doesn't make you teary. I just love this. I love this. Just go out and pick this up and you will see the difference. To prime my face, I also just like using the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's not my favorite primer. My favorite primer is actually the men's Nivea Aftershave Balm. That's also another thing that is popular on YouTube, and for me, I find it really works. It really does make my makeup stay so much longer, but since I can't pack that, I just have like little samples of these and I pack that. I also have lip liners over here in that compartment. This is the Gerard Lip Pencil in Nude. This is not retractable, but I sharpen the crap out of this before I go. I just like this color because it's a nice pinky nude without being too pink. And then I also have over here the MAC Pro Longwear Lip Pencil and etc. This is my favorite lip liner. It's just like a really nice like honey nude color. It's just beautiful. Compared to the Gerard one is a little pinkier, so with these two you can't go wrong. I also have in that little area in the middle this Kiko Volume Eyes Plus Active Mascara. This is my favorite mascara, and I think it's because of the wand. Do you see this wand? It's pretty cool. I feel like it just picks up all my lashes because of the way that it points out right here. When you get to your lashes at the end, it just picks it up and it just gives you the most amazing volume ever. And it's not clumpy, so I love this one. I know a lot of people like the Kiko black one, but that one clumps a little too much. So I normally use that one first as a base, and then I finish with this one because this one takes out the clumps. And of course, we have to bring the coveted Tarte concealer. I have mine in light. I should have bought it in light neutral, but I'm not sure if it's a little too dark. This one's okay. You know what? So many people have been raving about this, but I haven't even used this that much. So I'm hoping that this vacation, I'm gonna be using it more. I have tried it, and what I thought about it was that it had a lot of coverage. So I only need like 2 dots and I'm good there. I've honestly used this so much. This is the NYC, it's just their gel liner. I use this gel liner every single day. Like every single day. It's because the Inglot gel liner I love, but I only really wear it for special occasions or when I definitely know that I'm going out and I want it to last. But if it's something during the day and I don't want to have to pick up a brush and like apply my eyeliner, this is really, really quick. So what I do is I first line my eyes with the NYX Très Jolie gel liner pencil, and then I use this to do the wing and the flick. It's so easy with this. The brush kind of scratches my eye a little bit, but since this is like $1, I'm gonna deal with it. And then I feel like I'm talking non-stop. There are so many things that fit inside this bag. It's crazy. Then I have my Tweezerman eyelash curler. I love this curler because I believe it's made for like more almond eyes. I was using other tweezers, and I'm one of those girls that like, I don't really have long lashes anyway, so I didn't really care. But one time I was trying to use tweezers to connect my falsies to my eyelashes. And when I was done, a whole clump of lashes came out. Not only my real lashes, but my falsies as well. And I didn't know that the whole time that's what I was doing. I had all these falsies with like sections, just like missing because I was using the wrong tweezers, or my tweezers were too old or they were too curved and they just took out chunks of everything, and that was not cool. So I went and I purchased this at Sephora. This is for, I guess, like flatter eyes or whatever, like more almond eyes. It's just not as like curved, it's more like straight, if you know what I mean. And it has made wonders. The last step that I like to do when I'm putting on falsies is just clamp my eyelashes and my falsies together, and they come out just looking like they are one. And it's really, really nice and really natural looking, and it's all to these tweezers. And also when you do that, your lashes, it's less likely, because it's more stuck to your real lashes, it's less likely to come off and have those corners on the sides that, you know, flick off once the glue wears off. Last thing in there was this LA Girl Pro Conceal. I have this in Beautifully Bronze. This is a really, really inexpensive tube for cream contouring. I love it in this little tube, because the other thing I have for contouring is the Anastasia contouring kit, and I can't pack that whole thing into this. So I just bring this, and that's all I need. Alright, we are nearing the end. Now I'm going to talk about the sections here. This is the Master Palette by Mario from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've talked about this palette in a previous video, and I keep the brush of this palette in here because it's actually a pretty decent brush, and ta-da! I have another brush for my eyes. I just love this palette. I feel like it's really versatile, like I spoke about before. The colors are really pigmented, but they blend really well. There's many different colors, and my most favorite thing about this product is that it has this blue here, because I feel like when you're traveling, you want both warm tones and the accessibility of cool tones as well. One of my favorite makeup looks is having a normal transition shade and then putting down like a black or a blue on my eyelids, and now I'm able to do that with this palette and achieve other warm looks as well. And this color right here is beautiful. It's called Bronze, and I use that to kind of smoke out the under eye, which is what Mario does for Kim, and he knows what he's doing. Then I bought this blush from here by Inglow. It's part of their Freedom System blush. So you're supposed to have like a little, kind of like a magnetic kit, like those Makeup Geek ones. And you're supposed to take this out and stick it to the Z palette, and you can customize different shades of blush. But since I only bought one, I like to pack this when I'm traveling. This is their blush in number 49, and I love this because as you can see, it's like a peachy color. It's very matte, so there's no glitter to it or anything. I just love it. I feel like this blush complements so many skin colors and so many looks, and it is so darn pigmented that it's kind of scary. Like, ooh. Like when I pick up this blush, I literally go like one dab and then I shake it off, and then I literally go like this here. Like, I mean, I already have blush on, but I literally just did this, and look at that. It's crazy. I have to blend, and it blends really, really beautifully, this blush. Then I just packed a pair of falsies. These are the Ardell ones in the style 113. This is honestly really gross and dirty right now, so I'm not gonna zoom up. So I'm not gonna zoom in, but I like lashes that are a little bit longer. They're like wispy and they fan out, and I feel like I can use it for daytime or nighttime, and these are really versatile. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about what's in this little mesh area, and then we can go and talk about the color switcher, which is something that is vital for your packing. All right, so in this little section, the little mesh section, I have the Real Techniques sponge because I love this for foundation, and that's it. Like for foundation, for under eye concealer, for baking, like this honestly does everything, and I prefer this over the Beauty Blender because the Beauty Blender is so freaking soft that it literally lasts like a month for me, and then I have to buy another one. So this is a little harder, but when you wet it, it becomes not as soft, but very, very, very close. I bought a pack of 2 at Ulta, and I'm so glad I did because it was only $10, which is half the price of one Beauty Blender sponge. All right, so I just have all these pots here in that little mesh section. I feel like it just fits perfectly there. As I said, I have the MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. Why am I holding all of them? This is the eye primer that I use all the time. Every single time, even if I'm just going to work, even if I'm just running out the house and I just want to put like one color on my eyes, I always prime my eyelids. I don't know why in high school I've never primed my eyelids before, but the minute I started using this, it has been life-changing. My eye makeup lasts literally all day, and at the end of the day when I come home, I can even add colors on to my eyes for a nighttime look, and it blends effortlessly. This has such a velvety texture. I bought this a couple months ago and it is still looking the same. What I do is I just put my finger in it and I just spread it, and it just spreads so soft, and the texture is just really, really beautiful. I haven't really found anything else like it. All right, and the next is these 2 ColourPop colors. This is the color Mittens. I love this color because it's like a brown plum. This right here. So I like to use this color to smoke out my under eye, and I feel like it's perfect because it just gives like that perfect smokiness. I don't really like to do a brown. I like to do like a purpley color, so I just thought this color was perfect. It's like a purpley, browny, plum color, and it goes on beautiful for the under eyes. It's my favorite under eye color. I also like to bring ColourPop Get Lucky. This is the color that I'm wearing right now in my inner corners. It just gives like that beautiful pop of color. You can obviously use it as eyeshadow because that's what it is. And sometimes if I'm going out, I like to have like a little fancier look, so I like to just bring a gold with me for that. We got the Anastasia Dip Brow Chocolate Pomade in chocolate. It is what I use. I have used this for many years. I've been using this for 4 years, guys. 4 years, and the pot it's still going. Like, literally can probably, this has a shelf life of 6 months, it says, but I've been using this and I've been fine. I haven't broken out or anything on my eyebrows, and I just love this. This stays all day on your eyebrows, and it lasts all years. All the years of my life it has lasted. We go way back. Then, as I said, I have the Inglow eyeliner gel AMC in number 77. This is their Blackest Black. This is a staple. Don't go anywhere without it. And then I thought this was cool when I found out about this. This is the Color Switch by Vera Mona. I got this at Sephora. So what you do is, like, when you're using a certain brush and you want to use another eyeshadow, you just put it in here and kind of swirl it around. And there's all like these little, you can see there's like, it's like a sponge, but it is safe for your brush that doesn't damage it. So you just swirl it like this, and it takes the color out of your brush, so you can keep reusing your brush and dipping in different colors. So when it's really good for traveling. I use it every day, to be honest, but I definitely bring this with me as well when I travel. Is it through? Is it through? We are at the end of this. I'm sorry that was like so much makeup, but those are the things I love to use when I'm traveling. Another suggestion, really quickly, if you guys still need to have more brushes when you're traveling, I got this on Amazon. It is the Lamora Eye Brush Set, and I just use this if you want to have more options of more brushes when you're traveling. You can just put your brushes in here and close it, and then you can just bring this with you. Or if you bought other brushes and it comes in like a brush set, I'm sure it had a container with it. So that's normally what I like to pack my brushes in case I need to have more with me. I believe that is it for our video. Let me know what tips and advice you guys have for when you're traveling and what you pack and how you pack it. Let me know if you like this video. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Bye. Gosh, now my eyes itchy. The things we go through. Okay.